there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Red Raiders will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run the option. Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch. He picks it up, still on his feet.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Throws to the wideout. They found something along that right sideline. Good job to get the foot down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they've dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Let's talk for just a second about Texas Tech. By the end of the day, one of these 2 teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have 2 teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll move the wide receiver. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just
got enough space, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Brown wants to pass. Setting up the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's take a second here and think about West Virginia. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Looking down the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Red Raiders in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Using his legs, it's Joyner. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line.
A lot of times on 2nd down, you're thinking pass, especially 2nd, maybe a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the 1st down really easily.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Jenkins. At midfield, he's got room. What a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Looking downfield on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Running to the left. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Fires to the right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Memphis went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Tigers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Brown will throw it. Swings it out to his running back. Turning it on. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Unloads it downfield. Catch inside the 25. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
Quickly to the tight end. And into the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. Looking for room. It's Joyner. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it from the gun. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Touchdown, Red Raiders! They went for the big play and won it and never pay off.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
On the option. Breaks into the open. Mountaineers. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the 2nd level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle, and with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. Leaves it with the running back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The Red Raiders, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the ground, he's got it again. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Stone. Got room to work. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. First play of the period, first down here. Here they're trying to get to the edge. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And I'd love to see this offense be physical like this to finish the first half. Like, you're up by 3, put a good first half together. Going into the half right here, got a chance to make this a 2-score game, and I want to chew a lot of this clock. I don't want to give them a lot, so if we can run the football, be consistent, and add to our lead before the half.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now on third down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? Quarterback making adjustments. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but third down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
It is perfect. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20 to 14.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking for a crease. It's White. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Give to the running back. Nice move to pick up yardage. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this thing. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. He puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. Brown wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look silly.
Just straight silly. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast at the quarterback spot. Now you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious. I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that guy.
Slips through the line. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start in the 25. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. On the move, it's White. Can't get him to the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Brown will throw it. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. All kinds of time to survey the field, and he throws left. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get first.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They get to him as he throws.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Mountaineers send out the punt unit. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He gets a block. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Tight end now in motion. Brown wants to pass. Time to take a shot. It's a big stride inside the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
From the gun. Rushes on him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
So they'll send out the field goal unit. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. The lead is down to a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up.
Touchdown, Red Raider! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his 2nd of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Brown will throw it. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it at the 25. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Rides the back and leaves it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that.
And the Mountaineers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, running back on the move. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the run. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Caught in the backfield, it's White. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. This is now a 7-point game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to fire deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this 2nd half started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught, close to the marker, it's Hudson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connect.
He's loose on the right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Joyner. Touchdown, Brad Prater. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so...
There he goes! And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Now, listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. Guess what? This game is far from over.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes.
Oh, he's getting ahead of Steve. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Unloads to the wideout. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Red Raiders can really attack on this second and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. Throws to the back. Caught over the middle. It's Jenkins. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Red Raider. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Both of these teams working over this scoreboard so far, Jesse.
And I think for the offense on the field now, they can't worry about the other offense. Obviously, they've both been having success. You just got to focus on yourself, keep executing, because you've been lighting up the scoreboard.
And defensively, heck, you might as well be aggressive. All you got to do is get one turnover, get the ball back to your offense, because your offense has been great all day long.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Mountaineers will punt this one away. The snap to the up man, they'll fake it. He's loose. And the gamble pays off as they pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Brown wants to pass. It's complete. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense, getting the sack, creating some momentum.
Out of the gun, they give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Got a man. It's Gallagher. They stop him well short of the marker. It's fourth down from the 27. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the first down, I think you just keep your points. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on fourth down. Looking for space. It's Hubbard. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They go to the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south.
Touchdown, West Virginia. And they take it in for 6 more points.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Coming out with it, it's Williams. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. This should be the last play of the quarter. Here's the give off the left side. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. He wants to change this route. To the air on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll go to the toss. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Send the tight end in motion. Brown will throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hamilton. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for us.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They kick it away on 4th down. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
To the air on 2nd down. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I
Lets it fly. He's got it at the 20. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk. You have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
Catch in the middle. It's Stone. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They just keep firing. He's got it. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense.
Touchdown, Red Raider! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hamilton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Brown wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Gallagher. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you've got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. They've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Looking to buy time. Can't make make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Brown will throw it. Pulls it in. It's Vaughn.
And when you're trailing by a couple possessions in the fourth quarter, you can't do much of this much more. I mean, this offense has to find a way to attack the sidelines, the middle of the field, deep down the field. It can't be the little dink and dunk. This offense has got to find some explosive plays.
And the Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw on 3rd. Catch in the middle, it's Vaughn. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Finds space on the right. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Turning it on. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. Brown wants to pass. Makes the catch.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He'll do it himself. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They punt it away on 4th down. He was working his way toward midfield, and they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the middle. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Such a hard position to be successful in when you know you need 2 scores and it's under 2 minutes. The defense, look at them. Great job playing pass, understanding the situation, breaking on the football, and ending this football game.
And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old duel down from victory formation. The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things and wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got 1 loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of